So, hello there. As I've been talking about in my previous video, this is what I would like to call Warcraft 3. It's a fairly, well, not fairly, it's an amazing game, but it came out quite a few years ago, 2004, and it's what got me really into the Warcraft series. Technically, I'm not new to the game, but back then, when I played it, I was fairly young and I couldn't take anything seriously, so I didn't know anything about the metagame or the most optimal way to play or anything like that, and I just played custom games and played against easy bots, and to be fair, struggled against them as well. And now I thought, since the new patch is coming out, I'll reinstall it and practice and learn to become better, like I've done in StarCraft in the past. In StarCraft I got all the way to diamond level in Wings of Liberty, so now I'm going to try and do the process again from the bottom. This game will be against a normal bot, and obviously it's recording so it's easier to follow. I'll take Fog of War off so you can see. I didn't know this at the time, but I was against an Orc player. The Orc player, I'd say, is the easier out of the four races it could be, because he doesn't seem to mass as much units and his base defences aren't as big. What I'm doing here, I've got a peasant scouting. Basically, they were random, so I didn't know what race they were, so that's the only reason I scouted them. Most of the time, there's no reason to scout bots. I actually wasn't looking here at the time. I knew he was Orc, I found that out, but I was sending this worker to here, and then I shift-clicked him to go all the way back to get wood. In the meantime, while that was happening, I built 2 farms for food count to increase the amount of population I can have. I started building some units. This is my first hero, it's the Archmage, which I like to start off with, and I'm just going down and creeping, basically. And I'm just basically trying to practice my build orders and my micro at the moment. In the past, I've never ever even been able to beat normal bots, but this game, as you may be able to see at the end of the video, I beat a normal bot for the first time. So what I'm going to do after I beat this normal bot is practice and practice and practice, and then the next video will probably be against a human on the ladder, because there is a new ladder program which has come out. It's called Warcraft 3 Arena.net, and basically it's a better ladder which is more up to date. The Blizzard ladder is full of hackers and bots and everything, but the Warcraft 3 Arena.net has a more active player base, and there is a lot of anti-cheating programs, so everything is okay and works out better. So now what I'm doing at the same time, I'm making sure to keep on top of my building while I'm creeping. I'm upgrading to tier 2. I'm making sure to only build 1 unit at a time out of each building to save resources. I am, however, supply blocked, which I need to keep on track of better, so there's no delay in producing units. And the issue I've always had with this game is keeping on top of everything, and I think this is the best ever I've done on keeping top of all of the things. So I'll just speed it up a little bit for now, just to show the basics of what I'm doing. So I clear this gold mine, and in a minute I'm going to send a peasant to start building a town hall there. And yeah, I know it's not the very best of gameplay, but I'm getting a lot better at playing this game. I mean, before I'd never be able to beat normal bots or anything, but I've been really proud of myself this game. I'm making sure to keep all my units and buildings on hotkeys, so this Altar of Kings will be on 4, the barracks will be on 5, the keep will be on 3, and then my first group of units will be on 1, including the hero in it, but I can just press F1 like that, which I did to select him on his own. See, if I press F1 there, it just highlights over him. So basically, I like the idea of playing the humans as well, because I think Night Elf are a bit gimmicky, and so are Undead, but Orc is a bit too simplistic for me. So I'd like to be able to have some diversity in my play, but at the same time have it in a way so I can manage. So I'll speed it up a little bit again to show you the creeping. So this time I creep this camp. I'm really surprised how well I did. I've now got my second hero as well, and I made sure to micro as well as I could. Unfortunately, I lost a footman, which isn't the best. Keeping units alive is massive in Warcraft 3. There is, you could say it's the same for StarCraft 2, but not quite. In Warcraft 3, there's a system called upkeep. And basically, as it says there, you can see on the screen, below 50 food, you get 100% income, so that's your miners, as you can see there, are getting 10 for gold every time they go back, and the collecting wood, 10. If they get low upkeep, then all of the resources will be taxed, so you'll only get 7 each time, and then if you get to high upkeep, it'll be 5 each time. So it's best to try and keep your population in no upkeep or low upkeep if you can, to get the most resources possible while maintaining a good army. Now this is the first engagement I had. I'm approaching them, and then I just come here to gather my forces. Basically what I've scouted is that he's got an expansion. I don't know exactly what's in his base, I've not been all the way there yet, but I do know from seeing what units he has that I should have the upper hand in fighting him. So I make an engagement. I focus his towers first, because they do a lot of piercing damage to my units. And now, since he comes in and attacks me first, I counter-attack. And once I kill these, I see his hero, so what I'm thinking now is, I'll try and surround it. I did an okay job, but unfortunately he escaped. And now, fighting him off, I'm trying my best to micro everything, but I lose an eye on my mage. I try and click the town portal as quickly as I can, and I'm too late, he dies. So, what I'm going to have to do now is retreat, but blindly. I still keep on fighting for quite a while, and thinking I can level my hero up a bit more, take a bit more experience, but I get a bit greedy here. I should have just retreated a lot earlier. So there you go, I've lost my hero. That's my biggest mistake of this game I did. And it's good watching back replays, because I can see exactly what I've done wrong and how I can improve on them. So, what I'll do, I'll speed it up again. But in the meantime, while I was doing that, I made sure to increase tech again. Build down here, for more gold, and now I just stay back to heal a little bit. Well, all I'm doing is waiting for my hero to revive, and once my hero revives I can go in on the engagement again. I'll just increase the speed a little bit. I'm just basically walking my units out to get map dominance, and now the hero unit is out. I'm ready to fight again. So yeah, and what's just happened there is you can see that the tower actually blocked the archmage in, so I had to destroy my own building, so that was a problem with my building placement there. And now I had a fairly decently sized army, so I think from this point forward I basically steamrolled in, and I'll just speed it up a little bit more just to stop all the downtime. There's a massive fight that goes on here, as you can see. His hero gets fairly low, I chase him more, destroy his catapults, and I keep on pushing. I'm in his base already, his main base. I'll just speed it up more, and it's lagging a bit because I made it too quick. So now I'm just attacking his base, destroying him. And if this was a real player right here, they'd usually say GG, they'd know the game is over. But obviously it's a bot, so they fight right to the death, which I suppose it's better for me because it teaches me that some people are willing to try and come back and steal games. So I just focused on trying to kill everything. I thought I'd won it a bit early, so I wasn't really building as much as I should, so that was my mistake. And because of that, he actually built a second base. Initially, he just had a great hall, but he starts building over here, building more, and I start wondering where his units are coming from. And it confuses me a little bit. Well, that was a lack of scouting on my part. Now I'll just speed it up, ×8 again. I realise I've got no anti-air units here, which is quite a big hassle. I lose quite a few units that I shouldn't do. I'm just waiting for my ranged hero to attack these, which I start doing. It is a bit awkward and it takes a while because these are normal bots, but the normal bots actually micro the units, whereas a normal bot, say in StarCraft, wouldn't. This is like the equivalent of a hard bot in StarCraft. The bots in Warcraft 3 are really difficult. Even the easy bots to a new player would be quite a challenge, and they'd struggle to win against them. So what I'm doing here is just rallying all of my new buildings to my Archmage, so all of the units that finish building go straight to where my hero is. These are the two buildings for Griffin's flying units to counter his flying units. And now here's another engagement. What I'm thinking here is he mustn't have much left, he's spamming air units, but I destroyed the majority of his base, so if I push him one last time and destroy his main base, I've pretty much sealed the game. I did know about the expansion at the bottom, but I didn't scout it so much, so I didn't think he had anything there at all. Fortunately for me, he basically suicides his hero there. His hero is a bit stupid. He runs straight into my full army and dies. And then I start building steam tanks to bring them buildings down. And now, if you can see, I speed it up. The Griffins arrive. I just push his base, destroy all these buildings. Once these are destroyed, I go straight down to where his expansion is, realised he started building a little bit, but it was a lot less than I thought he'd built, so I just continued to clear up, and this is my first ever normal bots win on a Warcraft 3, and I was really proud of it. So, last building, here we go. One last building, and then the victory will be ours. There you go, victory. So, thank you for watching this video. If you have any tips on how to play human or Warcraft 3 or anything like that that could help me in my gameplay, let me know. But that was my first ever normal win. Until next time, see ya, goodbye, toodaloo.